Welcome to Tyler's Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is July the 3rd, 2026. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry that there was no AEW video yesterday because for some reason my streaming box was acting up, wasn't loading. Some reason, I don't know, it's just too hot and all that stuff. My dog is hot in here. Oh man, guys, it's hot. I hate summer. I don't like summer. I went shopping. I didn't do a big shop because my whole thing is I need to get pop, right? I'm not a healthy man. And I tried to get like tennis balls for him, but grocery stores don't really have tennis balls. So I had to go, I need to go like a dollar store for it. But, oh my God, I walked to the dang store, sun beaming on me. Oh my Lord, it did not feel good. I had to go 2 different grocery stores. It didn't work out so well for me. I was pouring out with sweat. Oh man, it was horrifying. It's not horrifying, it's not scary, but I don't like it. I didn't like it one bit. My shirt was drenched. My face was drenched. I had to like pour water on my face when I get home. Every time I come home taking the dog out, I go in my bathroom and splash my face with water, cold water, because it's so dang hot. But I feel sorry for the Ottawa people that had floods. They had a big thunderstorm. We were supposed to have a thunderstorm, but we didn't get it. But Ottawa got it way worse. Oh man, everything got flooded. I feel sorry for them. Ugh. I'm happy that the next time I go out with a dog, it'll be 6, so it might be a little downtime. So that means the sun will go away. I'm trying to get my fan on me. Maybe the sun will go away. You can see my hair is so greasy. I need to take a shower. I already took a shower, and I need to take another one. My dog hates it as well. The last week, he wouldn't stop huffing and puffing. So dang hot. And I can't give him a lot of water. Like, I can't give him a whole bunch of water because he's a puppy. He will pee in the apartment. I had to wait until we go out until he pees. So I can't give him a lot of water. But I'm hoping that he lays down a lot, rest. That's what I'm trying to do. That's why I never left my chair. The only time I left my chair is when I had to do chores or I had to take the dog out. That's the only time. Ladies and gentlemen, it sounds like we have a date for the 2K26 next DLC, the Season 4, with the Hardys in it, with Jelly Roll in it, and Lady Shani. Ladies and gentlemen, that will be on July the 17th. So that's like not next week, it's next week. So technically we're like a week away because today is Friday, so it doesn't really matter. For this week, it's not a week. So we have 1 week away, 1 week left until the next DLC comes out. We saw a whole bunch of new Persona cards that will be in the game. We got Batista. Let's see if there's any other new ones. There's an old school Batista. Let me see. I'm gonna look at all the Persona cards. Guys, I bought a whole bunch of VC points on through the Microsoft thingy bobber, the store. I bought a whole bunch. I bought the cheap ones because I don't want to buy a whole expensive. But I bought the cheap ones, and you know what? I got nothing. I got a little lucky from yesterday. I got Laura Valkyria, the old school Laura Valkyria, because that's the one I want. I'm trying to get a Nikki Cross. The Nikki Cross, the old school Nikki Cross, that's the Nikki Cross I want. I want that old Nikki Cross, because I have an old school version of the WWE, and I have the Nikki Cross as the Y6. I have a black and gold NXT, but that's not the Nikki Cross I want to be in the black and gold. That's the Y6 Nikki Cross. That's on my current show. Yes, the release is not current, but that's what I want. That's what I do. And some reason, every time I get this pack, it doesn't give me the pack. It doesn't give me the dang thingy bobber. It's really annoying, and it's hard to get the points sometimes. I'm waiting. I always wait for like when it does the birthday bash, because it's mostly all points, or I get the packs. Like let's say we got a live event that gives you 3 different packs. I would get those because I got a whole bunch of them, and when you get like the same one as them, you get a lot of points when you get the same. So when you got the same like the Art of War pack, let's say it's a Bailey, you got that same one already in your little team. You got that, so you get a whole bunch of points. So that's what I like to get. That's what I like to get. I don't do all the random ones. Oh, you get a Soruka. I don't want a Soruka. I want points. Soruka does nothing for me. I try to do my faction, the Wars. World Tour, I think it was called. Because there's a Dominic Mysterio one. And there's the match Dominic Mysterio. It was on a live event, but it's on the World Tour as well. I think it's a different color card. Like a diamond, something like that. But I can't get... I almost had it. I had to do an Iron Man match against Rey Mysterio. I was Brock Lesnar 03. I got 1 point. And I was trying to make sure that this guy can't pin me. Because every time these computers pin me, I lose. Because my thing goes this way. I don't do the time one. I do the... Push the button to the green thing. I think everybody does it. I don't think there's other ways. There's other ways for the submission. But every time I get pinned by these guys, I lose. And it was 10 seconds away. I got in the ring, and he beats me up, and he pins me, and he gets a point. We got tied, and I don't win. I was so angry. I was doing so good. I got my point. I did my F5. Some reason I had to do like 4 different F5s on this guy, or 4 same F5s on this guy to get a point. But it was a pain in the butt. And I still didn't beat it. I will try to beat it. There's a Rob Van Dam one, but they give you these handicap matches. I don't know why we get handicap matches, but they're so hard to beat. And I believe there was one. I think it's a face Stacks and Tony D'Angelo. Oh my God, it took me forever to beat. I was getting pissed at it. It was taking forever to beat. I beaten it, and then now I need a Fallen Hanley. I need Emerald Fallen Hanley to win, get it, and I don't have one. See how stupid that is? I don't really care for Rob Van Dam. I used to, because I had a WCW show. But now I don't have that. I only got a Raw, SmackDown, and I'm trying to have one character. I know there's a whole bunch of CM Punks. There's a whole bunch of John Cena's. But I'm trying to have like one member on all the shows. Not all the shows. So Raw and SmackDown, they have their own draft. I don't have doubles. So if I put CM Punk on Raw, there's no CM Punk on SmackDown. But we do have on NXT, because NXT won't be part of the draft. It's 9. So July 17th, ladies and gentlemen, the Persona cards. Let's see if I can remember who's on there. We got Batista 02. Let's see. Charlotte Flair 2017. I would like to have that one because I have the current Charlotte Flair in my one. What else would they had? I guess the Elite John Cena is one of them. Don't care about the toy ones. Never did. Oh, this is a pretty cool one. And I don't think they ever had it before. It's the old school Io Shirai. Not Io Sky, Io Shirai. I can't wait to get that one. Oh, there is another cool one. We got Jimmy and Jay 2017. I don't know. Io Shirai is an attire? Because normally they will, I guess, they're not an attire. There's two of them here. Because when, who was it? Mutiny Bailey, it said it was a Persona card, but it was an attire. Just like Natalia, it didn't have a year. I think every time it has a year, that's when it's a Persona card. Because we got AJ Styles Retro, we know that's a Persona card. Alexa Bliss 25, that's a Persona card. Batista 02, Bailey 2020, Becky Lynch 2017, Becky Lynch Lilith, we know that one because she's from the DLC. She's from the DLC. Bianca Belair 2017, Booker T 01, Booker T Brock Lesnar 2001 and 03, Carmelo 2022. I think it has to have a year, or it's an old school retro. One of them, like a different name, like Io Shirai. I think that's what has to happen. Because I don't think I see a Natalia here. Let's see. Yeah, Natalia is not a Persona card. And I don't see Mutiny either. So, that means, I guess, whoever Io Shirai is on the list, that means she's a Persona card. And I can't wait to get her. I hope it's not going to be taking forever. I hope not. I hope it's going to be a part of a pack and I just buy a whole bunch of packs and we get it. The Usos will be cool to get because I would like to have the Usos in my old school. I am using the current show Usos. But I do have the Jey Uso WrestleMania 41 Jey Uso. But I don't have an old school Jimmy Uso. I already have the Joe Gacy. I worked so hard to get it. It took me forever to get, but he was like the very first one of the alphabet ones. I got all of it. John Cena's. I don't really care for the John Cena's. We do have the Kane because that was part of the DLC. I'm hoping that Io Shirai and Walter, I just told you guys that's the one I really can't wait to get, is part of the DLC. I'm hoping they're part of the DLC because normally you get a whole bunch of Persona cards part of the DLC as well. Just like the King, Brock Lesnar. I think there was another one. And a Rey Mysterio one. They were part of the DLC, but they're Persona cards. I'm hoping that Walter and Io Shirai is part of the Season 4 DLC. And maybe Batista 03, 02 as well. I don't really care about the toy John Cena. We do have Kalani Jordan. I have the Kofi Kingston. I don't have the Kurt Angle. I don't care about the Kurt Angle. We don't have Lily. I don't care about Lily. I've never seen her yet. Liv Morgan, I'm trying to get. I had to use a Jade Cargill, and I don't have the Jade Cargill. We do have the Laura Valkyria. I have the Laura Valkyria. That was the lucky one I got. And I got this stupid alien-looking thing. We got Naomi. We don't have a Naomi. I'm trying to get Nikki Cross. We do have the Penta. I worked so hard to get that Penta. Prototype, we don't have. R-True Judgment Day. Don't have. Don't really care for it. Or the R-True Ron Cena. Don't really care for it. We have the Randy Orton 09 and 2015. I don't have any of them. I don't have any. I think I'm so close to the 2015 Randy Orton. So close. I think I need one more. Rey Mysterio Jr. we have. Rhea Ripley's. I do have the Rhea Ripley 2017, but I don't have the Rhea Ripley 2020. And we do have the Robot Rhea Ripley. We don't have the Rob Van Dam 1997 ECW Rob Van Dam. And there's a whole bunch of Roman Reigns's. a whole bunch of OTC ones. I was hoping we get a 2019 Roman Reigns, not... Oh, he has a different color on his arms. I don't really care for that. Seth Rollins. I got the Shield Seth Rollins. I don't have the 2015 or the 2017 Seth Rollins, but we do have the Shield Seth Rollins. Solo Sokoa. I think I got both of them. We got the Solo Sokoa 2022 and the Solo Sokoa Tribal Chief one. We have The Miz in his suit, A-lister. The Rock 1997. Triple H 99. I don't have any of those. There's a Trish Stratus 2000. I believe this is the one that's going to be in the DLC. We saw the my camera's getting blurry. We saw the entrance for this one, so I think she's going to be part of the DLC. We had Trish Stratus 03. I don't have that one. I had to collect freaking cards for that one. Tyrese, we do have because of the DLC. Ultimate Warrior, I think we have Ultimate Warrior. Undertakers, I don't know if we have any of them. I know we don't have the 1990 Ultimate Undertaker, but the 2020 Undertaker, I don't remember having that one. I know there was a lot of points you had to get. Walter, I want. Walter, I definitely want. For the NXT Old School, I can't wait. But I'm hoping that he's part of the DLC. Because with the DLC, what I could do is that I will pay for it. I will cheat. But I don't know, is he part of it? And then we got Xavier Woods. I do have Xavier Woods and Zero. We do not have Zero. Does it tell you anything about DLC on here? I'm supposed to do a TNA results. It still doesn't tell you July 17th, but I think 2K said July 17th when they said, oh, it's almost coming, when they showed us the entrance of Trish Stratus, and they said July 17th. Whoever has this website, it doesn't have it. Well, a lot of people are upset about PlayStation, ladies and gentlemen, because in January, they're not doing physical discs anymore. Everything's going to be digital. I'm guessing that you might not be able to use the old disc that you have, and you can play it. I think you could. Why would you not be able to do that? But I think when they have new games now, you don't go to the stores, you just go on the PlayStation Store. So people are upset about it, and people are throwing their games out. Xbox didn't do that yet, and mostly everybody gets their games digital anyways on Xbox. Because on my Xbox, I don't have a disc tray. So I can't. There's no point of me trying to do that. If I want to use a disc on my DVDs, because I have a bunch of them, I have to use my Xbox 360 or my Xbox One. That's the only way if I want to play with my DVDs. Right now, I haven't used any of them because I'm using Netflix to watch all my wrestling on. I wish that they put more pay-per-views or Raws or SmackDowns, NXTs, maybe WCW or ECW. I wish they put new ones in there. I didn't finish all of it. I'm on King of the Ring right now. I'm on King of the Ring 1999, I believe. I know who wins that, but who doesn't want to watch it? That's what I'm doing. I'm not watching nothing that's 2020. I'm watching it to 1994 to 2019. All the pay-per-views. Or if I have it as a DVD, I won't watch it. But I don't have a King of the Ring DVD, so my dog is scared because he's hearing a child scream in the hallway. Guys, we had Canada Day. Fireworks happened. My dog hated it. The first time we heard the fireworks, I had to take him out. So I took him out, and there was loud freaking fireworks. He panicked. He wanted to run home. So we got home, and then he had I giving him a bedtime, because I read that it's good for dogs to have a bedtime, and maybe he will stop trying to bite me so much. I think he's just grumpy because the last time I just let him sleep go to bed when I go to bed. I go to bed like at 1. So now I put him to bed at 11. So I put him in his bed. Well, after we take him out, so it won't be 11. It'll be like, if he goes to washroom, I give it a couple minutes. If he goes to washroom, and then we leave. Or I give it a couple minutes, see if he does anything, and then we go in. So the time, we don't know what will the time be. It could be 11:30, it could be 11:10, it could be anything. How bad he needs to go washroom, or how long I want to stay out there for. That's what we did. And I put him in his cage, and then, of course, we hear big, loud fireworks. He was panicking in his cage. So I sat beside him in his cage. While I was outside the cage, he was in the cage. Sit beside the cage and petting him to make sure he's okay. To calm down. Relax. And again, it happened yesterday. I guess some people had leftovers, and I took the dog out. It was like evening time. I took the dog out, and of course they had to set off fireworks, and he panicked. We had to sit outside because he was shaking. I had to calm him down or make him sit because he was trying to pull me away from where he heard it from. If you guys think that dogs can't hear those type of things, they could. They could. Bug has heard the little sounds. He doesn't get scared of that. It's just the loud sounds. He's not a big fan of. I try to keep him calm. I try to sit with him and all that stuff. I can't really sit with him because my legs are bad. I can't stand for shit. I know I shouldn't have said that, but I couldn't stand. Every time I sit, it takes me a while to stand, or my legs will hurt. But because I know that he's panicking, he's terrified, he was crying, I had to risk it. I sat beside the cage, and I calmed him down, and waited until we don't hear a lot of big bangs of the fireworks, and we didn't, and then he went to bed and he was okay until somebody has to do it again in the evening on the next day. So if you guys are in the United States and you have dogs and there's the 4th of July is coming up soon, just be careful with your dogs and with the fireworks. They don't like it very much. They can't stand loud noises. I seen it because every loud noise that Buckus hears, he gets scared of it. And we try not to have a lot of loud noises in here. Even when we were giving him a bath, we don't let the bath run. We just fill up the bathtub and just put him in and let him get washed up. We don't let it run because he doesn't like the sound. He will freak out. He doesn't like the sound. So me and my dad, or if it's just me giving him a bath, I give him a bath one time by myself. He was great. He didn't really do any bad things. But I just filled it up, and then I didn't fill it all the way up, but I filled it up, turned it off, and then we put him in because he doesn't like sound. If you're going to have a big loud sound, he's going to sit beside you. I don't mind that. But there's some sounds I can't really stop. And he's not a big fan of it. I don't know how fire alarm is going to be. Because in buildings, fire alarms are loud. I will have to sit with him when there's fire alarms. Buddy never had a problem with these type of noises. Never had a problem with these type of noises. But Buckus, I guess because he's a puppy, and he never heard all these sounds before. He never heard fireworks before. And it's scary. So maybe when he grows up, he won't be really scared. Right now, he's just trying to find a cold floor because he ripped up his bed and had to throw it out. There was a covering on his bed. It was like a foam bed, but it has a covering that you zip up. He ripped the zipper off. I had to throw the zipper away because I can't replace it or attach it back because he ripped the thing up. So I had to throw it out, and now he doesn't have a bed. Beds are expensive here. And he doesn't really sleep on it. The only time he lays on it is when he gets his dental treats and he eats it off of there. So, yeah. He will get another bed, just not right now. Maybe in the winter, maybe he will, because the floors will be freezing cold. But right now, because it's hot sun and all that stuff, I think cold ground is good for him, for his body and all that stuff. I think that's good. So I don't think he needs a bed right now. It's just maybe when it gets colder out for his body and my floor gets cold. I have tiles as a floor in my hallway, and it gets cold sometimes, and that's really good for him. So I don't think he needs a bed right away. Maybe in the winter, maybe in the cold days, he will need it. But right now, he doesn't need it. I don't think so. He needs it. I don't think so. I think a bed will just make it too hot. I don't think he will be comfortable. He's just going to be too hot. The dog is already hot right now. Doesn't need it. I don't think so. I don't think he needs it. I'm not trying to be rude and all. I'm not saying, oh, Tyler's being cheap. He's not giving his dog a bed. No, I think him sleeping on the cold ground in the summer days, because I will love to do that, is good for him. Because right now he looks like he's comfortable. I could show you guys him. There he is. He's on a nice cold ground. Say hi, Buck. Like the sun. He doesn't like the sun either. So I rather have him sleep on the cold ground for now, because he's going to be sleeping in his cage at night, and that's more comfortable than freaking sleeping on the bed. You'd be sweating. I put a fan on him every night. And the AC is pointing right at me and his cage, so it's bouncing off of my bed and it's going into his cage, so he's always fine. It's hard. It's really hard to take care of a dog when it's hot, because he needs a lot of water. But my dog is a puppy. He has a small bladder, so he will pee inside, and we don't want him to pee inside. So it's hard to give him water every time. I give him water every day. In the morning, afternoon, evening. I don't give at night because he will pee. But I don't know when is a good amount of water. I got this new bowl, but I don't know is he giving him a lot of water. I'm not filling it up to the top. I'm getting one water bottle full. Because, like I said, he will pee inside, and we try to keep... he's still potty training, guys. The potty training never stops. You thought it stopped because he keeps going outside? No. He needs to keep holding it. Because if me and my dad has to go out somewhere, and my brother too, and we're gone for hours, and I miss time to take him out... Like, I took him out in the afternoon, but I forget to take him out in the evening. What is he going to do? He's not 1 year old yet. He's not 1 year old yet. The training never stops. The training never stops. The training never stops. So let's talk about TNA, ladies and gentlemen. We got some things happening. We heard that Mike Santana is done with TNA, and he might head to WWE. So let's see what happens there. We heard that Li Yang Lee will have a rematch, but it will be a no disqualification when she attacked Zara Brookside when she was doing her little speech. But, ladies and gentlemen, it will be a no DQ match. And the Great Hands will be getting a shot at the tag team titles next week as well. Thanks to Ali. And we got the start of the TNA Knockouts TV title. We didn't see the NXT stars in yet. I believe that's next week, I believe. Thea Hale and Wendy Chu will be in there. But we had 2 matches for the tournament. So let's talk about Nick Nebbit. Nick Nebbit turned heel, man. He's talking trash to the fans. And he had a list of people that he took down. John Cena, Randy Orton, a whole bunch of people. A whole bunch of WWE guys and a whole bunch of independent wrestlers and all that stuff. And he's happy that he did that. But KC comes out. He's not happy how he's treating this championship win. How he's treating people. And Ryan Nimitz keeps saying that I'm the little brother, not you. And they're bickering at each other. So Nick Nemitz says, how about we do this? To stop this arguing, because you're my friend, you're my brother, and all that stuff, how about you guys have a match tonight and finally end this? And they both agreed to the match. So that's what we're going to do. To start out the TV title tournament, we got Mauro Shadé versus Tasha Steelz. Well, it was a pretty decent match, but the winner of that match, and heading forward of the tournament, is Mauro Shadé. And then, ladies and gentlemen, we have Fabian Aichner versus BDE versus Rich Swann versus Mr. Anglitz versus Hometown Man versus Jason Hodge for the no-win contendership to the X Division Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, it was a pretty decent 6-man match, but the winner of that match and became the no-win contender is Fabian Aichner. But, ladies and gentlemen, Ricky Sosa came in the ring and talked about his win against Eric Young. I'm surprised they actually could say his name because they released him. But he's happy that he won his first pay-per-view. And against one of the top guys in TNA, Eric Young, and all that stuff. And then the Righteous comes out and tried to regroup. Or make him join the Righteous. And then the System came out, saying that you should join the System. So they were arguing, they were bickering, but Ricky Sosa said no to both teams. The System attacked Ricky Sosa. Dutch got in the face of Bear Bronson. But when they were still attacking Ricky Sosa, the Righteous left. Here comes Leon Slater trying to make the save, but the numbers game was too much for Leon Slater and Ricky Sosa. So let's see what happens next. We got Heather versus Ali in the TV title tournament. It was a pretty decent match, but the winner of that match was Heather. And she's going for the title because of a lot of distractions. So Heather is going up in the tournament. We got Casey versus Ryan Nimitz. Pretty decent match, but the winner of that match was Casey Navarro getting the win. And it looks like Nick was saying, okay, we finished this. We're done. The blood is done. But ladies and gentlemen, after that, Nick Nebbit did the Danger Zone onto KC. He's done with KC. And now he's back with his little brother. No more mentorship for Mr. KC. And our main event, Eddie Edwards versus Leon Slater. Slater really wants Cedric Alexander. He wants to end Cedric Alexander. But ladies and gentlemen, during the match, Cedric Alexander attacked Leon Slater. The referee didn't see it. Eddie Edwards gets the win. And then Eddie Edwards and Cedric Alexander attack Leon Slater after the match until Ricky Sosa comes out and makes the save. Do we have a new tag team? But we did hear that Leon Slater's contract is almost up. So, what does that mean? I would love to see this tag team. If they be a tag team next week, I would love it. I would love them to get a shot at the tag team titles. But if we just get it one time, I'll be happy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we heard about the taping of Friday Night SmackDown. That's happening tonight. Because it's July 4th stuff and it's a holiday. So, of course, they taped it. Ladies and gentlemen, we heard that Vikingo will wrestle on SmackDown. We were supposed to see on NXT, but we're going to see it on SmackDown when Vikingo goes for the Cruiserweight title against Ray Phoenix. And the whole thing between Nick Aldis and Gunther. People are asking, are we going to see Nick Aldis come to the ring and wrestle to face Gunther at SummerSlam? Will that happen? Because now Nick Aldis can put his hands on Gunther now because he's not the general manager. General managers are not allowed doing that. But Nick Aldis is not a general manager. He still works for WWE. He's still an employee. He's just suspended as a general manager. But is he suspended from WWE at all for he can't come? Is that what it means, or he's just suspended at just being the general manager? We have no idea. We will see what happens on Friday Night SmackDown. I know everybody knows what happened because they watched the spoilers. I didn't really read all the spoilers. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's all me today. Time is up. See you guys tomorrow. If you guys enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe, notification bell, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow for Friday Night SmackDown results. That's all me today. Time is up. Bye.